Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Masser, along with Tim Stanovic. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move this week. We're joined by Bloomberg cross-asset reporter Isabel Lee. So, God, there was so much coming at us this week.
So much, but we have to talk about Intel. The stock is up more than 20% this week, so optimism was just really everywhere after Nvidia agreed to invest around $5 billion in Intel. And they said that both of them will co-develop chips for PCs and data centers. So this is a surprise move from Nvidia because they're really helping an ailing archrival. And of course, you can imagine Intel shares just jumping. So Intel said it will use NVIDIA's graphics technology in upcoming PC chips and provide processors for data centers. So the agreement is expected to help both of them because, of course, both of them can't really reach the entire market, but it will help them reach markets that they haven't reached just yet. And again, I think this just really speaks to NVIDIA's power.
It's like one of those moments, you complete me.
Yeah.
NVIDIA saying to Intel, you complete me.
Is this a Jerry Maguire reference?
Intel saying to NVIDIA, you complete me.
Yes, that's what marriage is supposed to be, I guess, or any kind of partnership. This isn't a
I have a different view on this.
Oh,
what?
A
What's your
pessimistic view?
Yeah, it's a very savvy move by Nvidia, I think. Think about who one of the largest owners of Intel is right now. It's the US government. What happens if Nvidia makes this commitment, a $5 billion commitment to this company?
I like this skeptical
stock goes
view.
up?
It does.
Makes sense.
But I will say, to push back on my own comment, we spoke to Ed Ludlow about this at one point this week, and he had spoken and heard from Jensen Huang and Lip Bhutan, and the story is that this was in discussions before the U.S. even took the stake. So it's like you said, it's strange bedfellows.
But it's right, and it's a pragmatic approach by Intel to just really go along with it, but also just is a show of force on how NVIDIA can really dictate what goes on in the industry based on their sheer size.
No, it's a really good point. It's like it almost feels like all roads lead back to NVIDIA in so many different ways. All right, from Intel to another tech name that I feel like has been on our radar the last couple of weeks, but then late Friday really came on our radar.
That's Oracle. Ticker is ORCL, so it's up 5% for the week, but the boost was really on Friday, and the stock was up on Friday 4%. So Oracle is said to be in talks with Meta for a cloud computing deal worth around $20 billion. So under this multi-year deal, Oracle would be providing Meta with computing power for training and deploying AI models. That's according to people familiar with the matter. So the total commitment amount may increase, of course, but it's not final yet. But the contract would add to a series of wins for Oracle, and it's generally cloud computing business. So last week, we know that Oracle reported huge increase in bookings. And of course, that pushed its stock to an all-time high and made Larry Ellison, for a brief moment, the richest person on earth.
Elon's back up on top.
I know. It's just really staggering when I imagine their wealth, but that's another story.
I think even though he's the second, I think he's okay. I think Larry's doing
He's okay.
Yeah,
Tim, even if you're in the 100th list, even in your 1,000, I think that's okay.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification.
It's kind of wild. I took a look at Oracle because we've talked about what a run it's had year to date here. But if you go back to kind of the late portion of April, stock is up 151%.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we've been talking about Oracle so much and how it's really been, working on beefing up its AI cloud business.
Listen, if you're the richest or the second richest person in the world, you can afford a lot of all-you-can-eat breadsticks from Olive Garden.
I love the segue.
Well done, well done.
Can.
Are they all-you-can-eat?
I don't know. I've only
I don't
been
even know
to,
if they're still
I think
all-you-can-eat.
salad, and I have to say, when my dad, he used to love this in his older age because I think you can get all the salad you want, the breadsticks. It was really sweet, and they had soup, and I don't know, it was kind of a favorite.
So the stock we're talking about is Darden Restaurants, ticker DRI. And I picked this because it's down for the week. It's down 12%. So Darden Restaurants reported disappointing first quarter fiscal results on Thursday. So this prompted a slew of analysts to really just slash their price targets from Barclays to Baird. So Darden owns one of the fan favorite restaurants like Olive Garden. I've been to one, and Longhorn. I haven't been to one. Have you guys been to?
I've never been to Longhorn. Olive Garden, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Wait, is there an Olive Garden in New York? I don't think I was in New York when I
have not been to one in New York.
It was in New Jersey for me.
Yeah,
okay.
I believe there used to be I don't know. I'm not even going to say it. I don't want to get it wrong.
I just have to tell you, they used to have this meal. It was like the tour of Italy. And I think it was like a little bit of either eggplant parm and a little, maybe a lasagna.
All right, I'm getting hungry, Carol.
You got like three different things.
Okay.
I was all in.
That sounds yummy because I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the news that came out was also that Olive Garden will have smaller portioned, lower priced entrees. And of course, that reflects broader shift in dining. Millions of Americans are taking weight loss drugs and also just really not going out to eat because it's expensive. But I like this because I always tell my husband, sometimes I wish restaurants would offer half a portion, even if they make it more expensive. Like, let's say a whole dish is $20 and if half is $12, I'd still take it. Because more than spending $20, I just feel like I'm wasting so much food.
Wait, you take it home. You take it home.
Of course. I'm a doggy bag
dinner
girl.
the next day, or a little puppy gets a little
I like it because then, when my wife doesn't finish the food, she just sees me staring at it and she just pushes the plate toward me.
You are. It's like you're like a bottomless pit.
Human garbage disposal. That's what you can.
That's good. I think that's what happens with when you have little kids too, they say.
Yeah,
all right.
You just
true.
eat everything.
Darden, as you said, down 13% this week, so a little bit of a bummer. You are always a pleasure. Isabel Lee, she's Bloomberg cross-asset reporter, joining us with stocks on the move this past week.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.